Welcome back to the final segment. For those of you that have stuck around, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. I'm Scott. This is Elizabeth, Karn, and Thomas. I'm your county manager, and these are your county commissioners. We're going to talk now about recycling. We have worked for many years to try to figure out a way to get a recycle center on the north end of town. And I think we're there. We're about to cross the finish line. Karn's very excited. I'm going to let her talk about this one.
We are planning in March, even though this is not exactly construction season. We've managed to finally get the approval from Denver Water, because this is on Denver Water land that we lease from them. Right below the dam, right by the soccer fields, we're going to have a recycle center. Yay! Ever since Waste Management left, stopped running the recycle center there in Silverthorne, the town of Dillon had theirs in place, but it was small, it wasn't the capacity, and so there have been a lot of problems there. And we want to encourage people to recycle more, not less. The contamination rate is so much lower if you actually bring your own recycling to our recycle centers and separate it, rather than having it picked up as single stream. We are also excited to have composting included at the site, and this again is another opportunity to get that food waste, which is a lot of your garbage, get it out of your garbage, and you're going to be eliminating greenhouse gases in our landfill and be making beautiful compost. And you do have to sign up with High Country Conservation Center, so make sure you do that.
For free.
For free, yes. And then you might have less garbage, and definitely less stinky garbage, in case the bears are going to be out. They're going to be waking up in another month or so, and they like getting into garbage. And we've had a lot of problems with garbage not getting picked up in a timely manner. So these measures of doing your recycling and composting, if you're at the north end of the county, please use our new recycle center. It will open in, we don't know the exact date, but March, early March.
Yeah, very soon. So the fence is up. I'm told that we're just waiting on a couple of pieces for gates, but other than that, the fence is up, the ground is down, or the asphalt millings are down, the containers and the stairs and all those things will be coming soon, and we're planning a big ribbon cutting probably the second week of March, but the center will probably be open and active a little bit before then, and so we're very excited. I want to thank Denver Water for allowing us this use. This is property that is owned by Denver Water, and the county has a lease. This was not an allowed use under the original version of that lease, so we're very glad that they were able to work with us and come to an agreement to allow that. We would have liked for it to have happened a little bit sooner, but
they have so many lawyers. They have so many lawyers, and they all had to look at this.
Yes,
it seems, exactly. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, they got it done. That's what's important.
That is what's important. So we're very excited about that. That will take a huge burden off of the town of Dillon and the small center that they had. They were really struggling with overuse at that facility.
Your daily pickups.
Yes.
It was just overflowing. But Karn, I think you should be the very first person to
put something in there.
A bottle or something. Yeah.
And we couldn't have done this without Strong Future. So another shout out to everybody that voted yes on the Strong Future funding. Sorry to Silverthorne and the north end of the county for having to wait so long to get this, but we're close, and you should all come. It'll be fun.
Yep. Yeah. And it will be, again, a full-scale recycle drop-off center akin to what's in the town of Breckenridge and what's in the county commons over in Frisco. And so it will be first full service with cartons, with glass, aluminum, paper, battery collection, food scrap collection, all of the things that you're accustomed to at those other big centers.
Plastic 1 and 2.
Plastic, thank you, yes. So anyway, middle of March, we'll be doing a great ribbon cutting with all of us in town of Dillon, town of Silverthorne, Denver Water, etc.
And the big scissors.
And the big scissors. We love the big scissors. All right, let's see. The last thing that we wanted to talk about was the fact that there is a presidential primary taking place right now. Most folks can vote. My daughter, my youngest daughter, who's just learning how to vote, still can't quite get it right. So she will not be participating in the presidential primary. Shout out to Sydney. But she has got herself squared away, and she will be participating in the June primary, she swears.
Okay.
So how does this work?
Well, most people should have received a ballot in the mail, and some have returned. They've been coming in. I highly recommend using our ballot boxes rather than the post office, because it will be in the clerk's office immediately that day if you use those ballot boxes. And get it done. Vote early, don't vote often, because if you are unaffiliated, this new law allows you to choose and vote Republican or Democrat, but if you vote 2, it's thrown out.
Yeah, so if you're an unaffiliated voter, you've received the presidential primary ballot for both the Democrat, the Republican parties, right? And so you can fill one or the other out, but not both. Not both. Any questions, just give Kathy Neal a call. Her personal cell phone is, oh, wait a minute.
We'll run that on the crawl.
Okay.
Down below.
Really, our county clerk office
Right.
is great. And so all of those people in elections, Colleen and Carol and Kathy and Stacy, they can all help you. And sometimes ballots go missing in the mail or people's address change, etc. So you can call them, they can help you. We will have walk-in voting available. That's on March 3rd.
March 3rd.
is
March
Super
3rd.
Tuesday.
Yep, Tuesday, March 3rd. Is that Super Tuesday?
That's Super
It
Tuesday.
is Super Tuesday. And then also our ballot boxes, we have one in Frisco at the Main Branch Library, at the County Courthouse in Breckenridge. Where else do we have?
That's putting me on the spot. I believe there's one in the town of Dillon, at their town hall, and at Silverthorne.
Okay, and then I think the Silverthorne Pavilion is also a voting location. Voting center that will be open on March 3rd. From 7 to 7 as well. And so all that information is on the county clerk website.
Yeah. Well, this is that site for all of the information, because I will provide poor information, most likely in this format.
But saying all that, local parties are still having caucuses. So this is a little unusual this year, and this is Colorado's first time to participate in Super Tuesday, which voters approved, I think, in the 2016 election. To approve to do this, it's taken a few years. And so, but there will still be caucuses for local and state races and things like that.
Right.
Yeah, it has been a long time since Colorado has had a primary like this.
20 years?
Yeah. And
20 years?
Again, with the availability for unaffiliated voters to also participate, that's
really
also
great.
a very new phenomenon within the state of Colorado. So
I think it was 20 years ago that they got rid of the presidential primary as a cost-saving measure, and I guess witnessing what happened in Iowa with their caucuses, we timed returning to a presidential primary just right. I'm really glad that we are figuring out how to pay for that and let people vote directly.
Yeah. So
and
go
just
vote.
a shout out to all of the clerks and Secretary of State. Colorado is considered #1 in ease of voting and security of voting in the entire United States.
Wow.
You can't tell my daughter that.
And election judges too. We have a lot of those. And those are local community members, and they do a great job and really spend a lot of time. It's long days for them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's all we've got for this episode. Thanks again for sticking around. Lots of other great programming on the channel, so stay tuned.